Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for November 2023 for your North Node by sign and house. Now, we're going to break up the readings this month into two segments. So, this reading is going to encompass the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th. And then on the 15th, there'll be another set of readings for you to watch. I started to do this because it seems like it's much easier for people to track their month this way. Now, if you're new to the channel, the reason I use your North Node in tarot readings as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant is that it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's what you're here to learn and experience in this lifetime. So it's much more relevant to your everyday life and much more accurate in readings. So with that, let me connect to the energies and we can begin our reading. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, North Node in Virgo or North Node in the 6th house. This is going to be your November 2023 tarot reading that encompasses the 1st through the 15th. Okay, so the card that popped out for the first 2 weeks is the Nine of Swords. And I feel like there could be some of you that are dealing with a little bit of stress and worry and anxiety. Okay, so you're dealing with that the first 2 weeks. And it could be something that's seeping in from the end of October. Now, there's a reason for that, and we're going to get in with that. But the good news is that this is going to pass, and at the other end of it, I do see like some success and like moving forward for you. Okay, but the first 2 weeks of November, there could be a little bit of worry, and it could be a little bit of discomfort. Now, what I'm getting for this, and the reason for this is your timeline cards are you've got the Page of Swords reversed, and you've got the Four of Pentacles reversed going into the Five of Swords. Now, the reason that this is causing some anxiety, the situation is, I feel like with the Page of Swords and the Four of Pentacles reversed, it's almost like you left yourself open and too vulnerable. And part of that is because of, with your Pisces South Node or 12th house South Node, they tend to be very open, and you kind of set yourself up sometimes where you're too open with people or situations, and it causes you to be vulnerable, and then they're able to maybe kind of like hurt you emotionally or mentally in some way. Okay, and I feel like there's a situation where maybe you allowed yourself to be too open. You're kind of like regretting it. Okay, because that's what this is, the reversed. This is about like letting your guard down. Both of these cards, like you're becoming very vulnerable, or you're becoming too vulnerable, I should say. Now, it's a beautiful thing, when you have this North Node, your vulnerability is a beautiful thing, and it is a superpower because you can tend to be almost too open. But what I'm thinking here is that with this Five of Swords is they're part of this situation when you opened up yourself, and this could be you opened yourself up maybe in a relationship. It could romantic, it could be a friend relationship, it could be a family member, and there could be like some jealousy or envy involved, but for whatever reason, you were kind of too open, and they took advantage of that, okay? And it didn't feel good, so it's causing anxiety and stress and worry, okay? And this is on them. That this is not, a situation that's pleasant. But what this is saying is like this is a balancing where you have to learn how to protect your energy, protect your mental energy, your emotional energy, your spiritual energy. Like, try not to be so open. And I feel like this person or people, like, they took advantage of that, and it does not feel good. Now, here is the good news. What I feel like is, for most of you, you're going to go through this and you're going to say to yourself, you could already be saying this to yourself. You're like, why did I leave myself open to this? Why? You could have already gone through this, but if you think back in your life, how many times have you kind of thought to yourself, why did I leave myself open like that? Why did I share this with that person? Why did I open myself up to this? And if you think back, you're like, yeah, that's happened to me a lot. Okay. I feel like right now you're like going to finally get it. And you're going to be like, okay, I can still be an open person, but I can be like a little bit more selective in who I open up to, or make them, really kind of prove themselves more, type of a thing. But I feel like this is kind of like, it's almost like, okay, I'm not going to allow this to happen to me. I feel like most of you, this is like kind of like the final lesson. What's good about it is what's interesting is I feel like two things with your advice cards. If this is a work situation or whatever it is, focus in on your work, because I feel like you are about to be recognized in the physical world and also in the spiritual world, meaning that I feel like, you know, we'll start with the physical world. I feel like people around you are going to start to recognize your worth more. So if at work you're going to start to get recognized more, especially if you've learned your lesson now and then you focus in on, you know, what it is your task at hand is. Like, whether that be work or in your personal life, building your personal life up. But I feel like you're going to start to get positive recognition for those around you by going through this. And really, the lesson here is, it's almost like the final lesson is like, it's really simple. Don't allow myself to be too open to everybody all the time. Keep some defenses up, not walls, but just some defenses up until you can figure out if you can, like, trust this person or these people, type of a thing. But I feel like the reward here is you're going to finally get it. And like I said, you're going to be recognized in some way. And then with the other advice card here is the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory. It's a card of success, okay? And so when they go hand in hand, it's almost like, when you finally say, okay, enough's enough, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's like the whole energy and the tables are going to be turned. Really, what's happening this first half of the month is, I feel like for a lot of you, you could begin to see a complete turnaround where you kind of end in November or end October going into November with like worry and anxiety. And then after you work through it and you realize where it is you have to go, you focus in on your tasks at hand, your work, what's important to you. And you're going to see that victory side start to come up. So it's like really wild. I see like a a good turnaround, because it really is just a win. Like if you just finally make up your mind, like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to leave myself open and too vulnerable. But, it could end up being a win. But what I'm saying here is that this isn't going to be pleasant, with this situation that could come up. Okay, it could just not feel good. It could be, someone, saying or doing something that's not very, very kind in some way, and like kind of be wounding emotionally or, mentally that you're dealing with. But just realize that if you learn that to regulate, you know, your vulnerability, and not let people in too quickly, you're going to see that like success is going to come in. So it's going to be a really good first half of November. Could feel a little bit of discomfort, in the beginning. Just realize, don't leave yourself open. Don't, you know, only allow people that are worthy of you letting them in, and make sure that they're worthy before you like leave yourself open like that. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you and you found some value in it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about a situation in your life and would like a personal reading, there's going to be a link in the description box below. Or if you just would like your astrological chart analyzed, and for me to decipher your soul path, there's also readings available for that. So check out my website in the description box. But again, thanks for watching. We will see you on some more videos. Oh, remember to watch 2 videos. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and house, okay? So with that, we'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.